Today, I'm going to be showing you how to recover deleted photos and videos from your digital camera. It's as simple as that. Let's get started. Okay, so real quick before we start, this is of paramount importance. Make sure that you do not use your digital camera or the memory card from your digital camera anymore until you at least have a chance to watch this video all the way through and run the method that I have outlined here. This will greatly increase your chances of a successful recovery. All right, so jumping right in here with the actual tutorial bit of this video, we're going to be using a piece of data recovery software to pull all of our photos and videos off of the memory card of our digital camera. However, it is of paramount importance that you use the correct piece of software, one that combines all the right power, tools, features, and ease of use. And for that, we're going to be using Disk Drill. Disk Drill combines both power and feature set all into one easy to use package. It allows for recovery from all popular brands of digital cameras, such as Canon, Sony, Panasonic, Nikon, Blackmagic, etc., along with every popular brand and format of memory card as well. You have SD cards, SDHC, SDXC, microSD, CFAst, CF, etc. And this of course includes all kinds of manufacturers as well, such as Kingston, Transcend, SanDisk, the list goes on. Disk Drill is also a good choice because it's poised for recovery for nearly every file type you can think of as well, from simple JPEGs and PNGs all the way to the most complex raw file systems like CR2 and CR3, RAF, NEF, etc. Now the one caveat here is that your SD card or memory card from your camera must not be physically damaged, so it has to be completely intact, the contacts non-corroded and readable in order for this method to work. Now if your card is broken, there are ways of repairing it, but that must happen first before you can actually deploy this method. But most of the time, it's really just a case of simple deletion. So if that's the case, Disk Drill is going to come in super clutch. And right now, you can actually recover up to 500 megabytes of files for free on a Windows PC if you download it from the link in the description below. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. First thing that we're going to do is download and install Disk Drill from the link in the description. And then once it's downloaded, go ahead and take the memory card out of your camera. I've obviously already done that, and go ahead and connect it to your PC, either with an onboard reader or an external reader like this guy. And once it's connected, go ahead and launch Disk Drill, and you'll be brought to the data recovery panel, which lists all the drives and disks connected to your PC. Now at this point, all you need to do is select your memory card, select your scan method, and then hit search for lost data. Now obviously, depending on the size of your memory card, this will take a little bit of time, so I'm going to wait for it to be completed, and we'll catch up after that. Alright, now once it's finished, go ahead and click Review Found Items in the top right, and at this point you'll be presented with all of the files and folders that Disk Drill discovered amidst the scan. You can search them in a few different ways, in the center via the folders, on the left in the categories, or using the search bar in the top right. You can also use a combination of the two to search for a specific file type if you happen to know the specifics of what you're looking for as well. Now something that's pretty important to mention here is that files are only guaranteed to be recoverable if they are previewable inside of Disk Drill. And essentially what this means is that it essentially verifies that they're completely intact and not overwritten, kind of referencing what I said earlier. So the way you can do this is just by clicking the preview icon within Disk Drill. And if the file appears to be intact in full when you do this, then the likelihood is high that it is recoverable in its entirety by Disk Drill. And keep in mind that you can also preview raw files as well as videos. So as long as you can verify that the file is intact inside of Disk Drill, pretty high assurance that you're good to go as far as recovery goes. Okay, now once you've found the files you want to recover, just select them by putting a check mark next to them, click Recover, and choose your save location. Now make sure that your save location is not your SD card or memory card from your camera. That is very important. And once it's done, you can go to your save location and your files will be there waiting for you. And now at this point of the video, I just wanted to go over a couple different scenarios that you might find yourself in which this method is actually applicable. So first and foremost, there's just accidental deletion, and this can fall into two subcategories. There's deleting it on your camera and then deleting it on your PC. So if you're reviewing the pictures and photos on your PC and then you accidentally delete something on your computer, the chances of recovery are extremely high. They're probably the highest in this case because the chances of them being overwritten, again, are very slim. However, these chances go down drastically if you actually delete the photo inside of your camera itself. It's a little bit of a toss-up, but usually you should still be fine. Then there's corruption, either of the entire card or just an individual file or files. This is usually due to a card being disconnected during file transfer, or a camera losing power mid-operation, etc. As far as recovery chances go here, it's really kind of hard to say. The file that was in the middle of being written and or transferred is likely to be lost. However, if your card becomes corrupted or unreadable after an incident like this, all of the rest of the stuff on the card, the files, photos, videos, etc., are still likely intact, and you could probably recover them using this method. It just really, again, kind of depends on the circumstance. And then there's physical damage. Most of the time this either comes through corrosion of the terminals and contacts on the card itself, or it'll come from water damage from the camera being submerged accidentally, things like that. And unfortunately, this is the worst type of data loss because it does not involve anything that we went over in this video. It goes from logical recovery to physical recovery, trying to actually attain the files again by having the card be readable on the computer. So it's not impossible, but it's definitely the slimmest chance of them all. Okay, so with the time we have left, I wanted to answer a very quick and common question that I get asked all the time when it comes to circumstances like this, and that is it possible to recover photos and videos from the internal memory of your digital camera? And to be honest, it really depends. Depends on a few different things. First of all, what camera are you using? A lot of people are inquiring about their iPhone or their smartphone, in which case a lot of times it actually is possible. There are certain modes inside of Disk Drill that you can utilize in order to recover things that are deleted, not just photos and videos, but other kinds of things from your digital camera on your iPhone. That is definitely possible. However, for a lot of digital cameras that even still have internal memory, a lot of times this can't be done, specifically because of the way the software on the camera works. It does not allow Disk Drill to actually access it the same way that it does a memory card, for example. So there may be a few very specific nuanced instances in where you actually can recover from the internal memory on your digital camera, but for the most part, this only works on a memory card that has been inserted into the camera and can be removed and connected to your PC. Most of the time, that's really all that's going to work. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, always be sure to leave us a like down below. And of course, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or things you want to see me cover in a future video, always be sure to leave them down below in the comments. But that's going to be it for today's video. My name's Andrew, and until next time, thank you for watching.